Hello, welcome to the video. Today I want to talk about airports and in particular the food at airports. What is the best thing to choose in order to stay on track with whatever health and fitness goal you might have. So whether it's fat loss or muscle building or even just maintaining your body. When you go to the airport, there's usually a very poor selection of food in the restaurants and cafes. So what are the best options for you? Obviously, this is going to depend a lot on your goal, whether it is fat loss or muscle gain or maintenance. Fat loss in particular is a lot harder because obviously you have a limited calorie budget and you have less flexibility in your choices. So I want to start with that. How I like to prepare for airports and travel in general when I am in a fat loss phase is to basically just not worry about it by not eating. It's just easier if you go to the airport, either have something at home before you go or choose to fast until you get to your destination. There are so many benefits of fasting, whether that is a 8-hour fast or a 30-hour fast. Like when I go to America from Australia, if I go to New York, it takes me like 30 hours to get there and I'll just fast the whole time. Sometimes I will eat something in LA, but I know once I get to New York, I generally feel a lot better if I haven't eaten anything. If I eat at the airport, if I eat on the plane, then I usually end up getting off the plane in New York and I'm bloated and I feel really lethargic. It takes me a lot longer to get used to the time zone. And this is a thing, like it's normal, like your body doesn't digest food when you're at really high altitudes. So it shuts down that digestion process so that food that you're eating builds up, and that's why when you land and your body starts up the digestion process again, you get all like gassy and bloated, and it puts a lot of, it gives a lot of work for your digestive system to do because it's got to catch up on all that eating that you've done on the plane. So my tip to you, basically, if your goal is fat loss, don't eat. Do a fast, have water, have black coffee, sparkling water to deal with hunger. And once you get past a certain time of not eating, like a certain amount of hours into the fast, you will find that you don't really get hungry anyway. And when you're on the plane, like I find I don't get hungry at all. Usually it's I want to eat something out of boredom, but if you have things to distract you, movies to watch, work to do, anything, a book to read, focus on that and you'll be fine. Like you'll survive, and then that first meal when you land is so much better than just arriving and being all lethargic and feeling kind of blah. So that's my first tip. If you need to eat something, then you've got two options. You can either do some preparation at home before you go and take a few things to nibble on at the airport to get you by, or you can obviously choose some things at the airport, which I'll get into. So first of all, what I recommend to take if you are in a fat loss phase and you know you're gonna wanna eat something at the airport, I like to take an empty water bottle, fill it with protein powder, and then buy a bottle of water at the airport and tip it in and then make a protein shake. That's like the easiest way to get some just protein in if you're really if you're in a large calorie deficit and you don't have a lot of calories to play with. Like you could just get a protein bar and take that, but usually they're full of a lot more calories, and having the protein powder instead I just find is a better option if you're in a fat loss phase because it takes up less of that calorie budget, and then you can use that on other snacks. So I also like to take carrot sticks to nibble on, cucumber sticks, celery sticks, any kind of like vegetable I can just chop up quickly into sticks and carry it with me. Also some fruit like apples I find are really good, or grapes, berries, that kind of thing. If that doesn't work for you, air popped popcorn is another good one as well, like the little packets to take. It's a really great snack idea. If that doesn't work for you, if you don't want to prepare before you go, then you can always buy some things from usually the stores that sell the magazines and the books and stuff. They always have some kind of beef jerky or turkey jerky or some kind of jerky. Usually that's a really good option, or a protein bar, but again, they usually have more calories. Even with the jerky, you've got to be really careful with the portion sizes, but it's still going to be a better option than a lot of the restaurant options available, because usually they're very carb and fat heavy, limited in protein, and yeah, protein is going to be the hardest thing that you will find at the airport. So if you go to one of those bookstore, news agency type stores, the general store at the airport, and look for a protein bar or look for some jerky, or even just get some fruit to get you by. What I used to do when I didn't fast, I would get an apple, and then I would get a really big coffee made with skim milk. So the skim milk has lots of protein in it and few calories, and that really filled me up along with the apple and allowed me to get through the flight until I arrived at my destination. So I generally don't eat on planes because the food they give is crap and it makes me feel worse than just not eating. But again, like, those options are good options to take onto the plane if you are someone that needs something to snack on while you are on the plane. So if your goal is muscle building, then obviously you have a lot more flexibility because you're going to be on a higher calorie limit, and it probably doesn't matter so much, but it's always good to get some protein in still. That's probably going to be the hardest thing for you to find. So again, going to that general store, looking for some beef jerky, looking for a protein bar of some sort, or the protein shakes, the protein milk drink things, that's a good option. Or again, getting a coffee made with milk, skim milk if you want, if you can tolerate milk, of course, but that is a good way to get some protein in as well and fill you up. So, and obviously, yeah, you can get like a chicken sandwich or some kind of sandwich, then you probably have calories for if you are in a surplus, i.e. muscle building phase. So if you are maintaining your weight, all of that applies to you as well. Like, if you just want to be healthy, you're not going to starve if you just decide to fast. Like, you're not going to die. So I think that's the best way to go about it for everyone. It just takes the stress out of having to worry about food. And seriously, like, if you wait and delay that gratification that food gives you and only eat once you get to your destination, that first meal is so much better. So those are my tips for you. I hope this video helps you. If you have any questions, please send me an email, and otherwise I will see you in the next video.